had a moment of panic yesterday when I realized I had only finished one book for the week, and I was worrying about what my content was going to be or look like for the upcoming week. So I wanted to kind of write down my thoughts of being a bookish content creator. These are spiraling thoughts. They're totally unhealthy. It is self-inflicted pressure. Nobody is forcing me to do any of these things. But the idea here is that I created bookish content, or I'm creating content on the internet really for the purposes of monetization. If it weren't for monetization or the potential for monetization, I probably wouldn't be posting on the internet at all. So fallacy number one, and really my main fallacy, is read more books to make more money. This is totally false and it doesn't actually work, but that's the pressure that I put on myself. So the idea here is really I subscribe to, or mentally subscribe to, the idea of the customer funnel, or AKA the buyer's journey. So you start with kind of social media where people find you or discover you through search or through social media platforms, and then you drive traffic to your blog, which then drives people to sign up for your email list that ultimately leads people to buy. This is the funnel for almost anything that you would possibly want to market: digital product, physical product, whatever. So the idea is that the number of customers and conversions decreases as we move down the funnel. If you have 10,000 followers on social media, you might get 1,000 readers of your blog, and you might get 100 readers of your email newsletter, and maybe 10 people ultimately buy. So you ultimately need more eyeballs up at the top to eventually convert. And for that, my brain goes to more books, more content, more eyeballs to actually move people along this journey. The idea here is that if someone goes to my blog or my email newsletter, that they'll see my book recommendation and then buy something with my affiliate link, so I get a commission. This is a terrible, terrible strategy as a bookish content creator, because you only make 4% on any books that you lead people to buy. And people know where to buy books. They don't need your affiliate link. They can get it from the library or their local bookstore. So this is silly. I don't know why I focus so much about that. So where do I actually make money along the funnel? And I do make money in various places. So on my social media posts, I do have monetization on for Instagram and Facebook, and this provides more pressure for me to make more posts. I only make about 1 to 5 cents per Instagram photo post about books. So for me, that means that the more posts I put up, the more money that I make, especially if I'm capped at about 5 cents per post. And that, again, is the pressure for more books, because then I have something new to talk about or post about. I do screenshots of my audiobook, currently reading, book reviews, book roundups, etc. I do also have Facebook monetization that just turned on this week, but that's pennies, even less pennies than on Instagram. On the blog, I have an ad network there. I only make about 20 cents per day. Half of it comes from book reviews and roundups, and half of that ad revenue comes from crochet patterns. Affiliate links, if someone eventually buys. I have had no luck with sales through affiliate links on my blog. Sometimes I might get a sale of a book deal when I do my weekly book deal roundups. And again, the pressure to do book deal roundups with affiliate links so that people will eventually buy. But when you make 4% off of a $1.99 book deal, very low ticket item. But then I get into different types of posts to attract eyeballs, so that means weekly roundups, and then the pressure on myself to make enticing graphics. My blog header template has space for 5 books per week. My Instagram collage looks really good when there's 4 books per week. So then I have this minimum number of books per week that I want to read so that I can put 4 books on these are the books that I read last week. Insane amount of pressure. Again, crazy pants. The monthly favorites, I do a top 5. And so that means I need to read at least 5 books per month of a varying genres and representation so that I can round out that top 5. If I do trope roundups, and I kind of get lazy with trope roundups, I do keep a reading spreadsheet to tag these things, but that means I need to read more to collect more to give you a trope roundup. The trope roundups actually did the best when I was actively posting them on YouTube, and those actually bring in the most viewers to my blog when I look at my Google Analytics. The last one, and this is like insane amount of pressure to read complete series, because then I do like a whole series roundup or wrap up. That means I need to finish the full series to make this type of content. And that also means that I'm reading like 5, 6, 7 books in a go, or I'm prioritizing completed series in order to like finalize a blog post and back when I was making YouTube videos. And then I wasn't done. Well, part of me wants to read to promote these different types of authors and books. I want to promote diverse authors. I want to promote debut authors. I want to help out indie authors. But the caveat there is being wary of AI covers and indie authors who use AI in their marketing. And then I want to read new releases, again, because I want to support authors and books and romance novels. And so this again puts a lot of pressure on myself to keep up with these things. In addition to that, I've noticed, and this is true, if you wonder why people keep posting about the same authors and books over and over and over again, because they get more views. And in my case, more views means better monetization. If I have more views on an Instagram post, I could make 10 to 15 cents per Instagram post versus 1 cent on a book that nobody cared about or cared to read about. So this is kind of like an insidious process here. This too. So overall, these are my spiraling thoughts of a bookish content creator. I just want to kind of like verbally go through. I posted still images of this notebook page on my socials, but I figured I'd talk through it just so you could see or hear what it is that's going on in my brain. I'm just gonna throw this up on the internet and see where it takes me. This turned out to be 7 minutes long, but again, these are my worries. Are they justified? No, probably not. But if you have been feeling the pressure to read more, to create more content, maybe you can relate.